Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ta. I am a polymath. I am an artist, amongst others. I'm also a fashion designer, a UI UX designer, creative writer, and poet, amongst others. Today, we're going to talk about how to do different things as someone who is a polymath. If you're like me, if you're someone who does a lot of things, you must have at least once have someone tell you, oh, just pick one, or which one are you going to do? You have to focus on one, or you'll be distracted. People like to say, jack of all trades, master of none. Well, even though that is not the entire code, because the entire code says master of all is better than a master of one. I mean, master of none is better than a master of one. But I do not agree with that quote because it is possible to become a master in so many things. What I find even ridiculous is when people use that statement that, oh, you have to concentrate on one thing when people only concentrate on one department, like multiple things in different departments. For me, for example, all the things that I focus on are things within the art department. I paint, I make UI UX design, which is an art tech form of its own. I do creative writing and poetry, which is also art. I do fashion, which is also kind of like art. So everything I do is in one department. And then even in that, you still have people trying to tell you, oh, just pick one. This is one thing, but I'm doing it in different methods of output. What I'm saying is, it's possible for you to be multidisciplinary even across different departments. There are so many remarkable people that have made accomplishments in different departments. The people that have accomplished success in the arts and science, one person. I think the mother of Wi-Fi, I've forgotten her name. I'll put it in this video. She was an actress, an icon herself. She was known for her beauty and her femininity and her performance in the arts, but she still prevailed in science. Very popular these days with capitalism to force people into one category to box people. This is usually only mostly profitable to the employers, the engines, the runners of capitalism, because it is easier for them to have employees and have people work in factories, have people do 9 to 5 and never have a creative life that makes them put out any creative or original work. Just enables people put them to work. But as humans, we are so complex and multifaceted that it's simply inevitable for us to want to do different things. For you to want to be a doctor, make music, for you to want to learn about finance and make paintings or start making mechanical art. But what we will talk about today is how to learn all of these things at once. Is it even possible? Like, how do you learn so many things? I mean, I'm so young. I'm only in my early 20s. So how did I learn all of these plenty skills? First off, how do you even become someone who is multidisciplinary? How how do you do that? A lot of people, because I've watched some advice on YouTube, and when they try to advise people in this topic, they say focus on one thing at one time. As someone who has ADHD and in my own experience, that doesn't work for me. I don't think you can teach someone to be multidisciplinary. It has to be from interest. At least if you don't have passion for it yet, or if you haven't been able to accommodate passion for it yet, you at least have to be interested in wanting to learn many things. It's like seeing a juggler, or you like different colors of balls, and you're like, oh my god, how do I play with all these balls at the same time? Boom, juggling. If you like something so much, you will do it. Obsession, necessity is the mother of all invention. If you have interest about something, you will get it done. One of the things that I've learned, especially with doing arts, because art takes time and it's expensive, takes dedication, is that being multidisciplinary does not come with convenience. It doesn't. As someone who lives in Nigeria, it is inevitable that you have lots of skills. If you don't have enough skills, you will not have enough money. and you need money. You need to be able to do anything that will get you paid. But I do not do art for the money, but I already have the mindset of learning so many things just so I can be paid. So I'm not scared of learning things, and I do not confine myself to one thing. You do not make art, or you do not learn multiple skills in convenience. It is born from necessity. Many of the things that I've learned are things that I had to learn with other things at the same time. Remember when I first started writing poetry and short stories and stories, I would do them in the middle of the night. Probably I was in uni, I had classes, I had things to study, but I would be up all night writing, learning how to write stories, writing poems, reading books. Even with my art, I would have sites to design, I would have things to do, but I would still make time to learn painting. So watch hours and hours of videos. So you know, I'd invest my resources in this, even if I didn't have enough money for a lot of things. I would make sure that I dedicated money into what I was passionate about. So you do not have to be convenient. It doesn't have to be convenient for you. If you have interest in something, do not wait for it to be convenient. Do what you can with your little time because it builds up. It does build up over time. When I first doing creative writing and poetry, I had to learn a lot. I had to read a lot of books. I had to watch a lot of videos. I had to study a lot of styles. Then I did it little by little, and I never forced myself into anything. If I had interest in something, I put myself in it and let it come to me. There's so many other things that I've been interested in that I didn't even try, that I did not even pursue. But when I have interest in something, I take it bit by bit. And no, it is not one thing at a time. Doing creative work, I'm doing poetry, I'm making arts, I'm designing websites. And it built up because when I first started writing poetry, I couldn't think of poems on demand. I couldn't make rhymes on demand. But after those years of little by little learning, I can write a poem on anything now. On demand, I can think of anything and write a poem and then speak about it. That's what learning does. It doesn't have to be a magic trick where everything happens at once. You should start little by little and learn what you can, and it does not have to be convenient even when you can't afford it, even when there's no time for it. If you want to do something, you will do it. Recently on Instagram, I saw a video where a guy, I think in one of the warring countries, I'm not sure if it's Palestine or I'm not sure of the country, but the guy posted a video where his friend was getting married during the war. That isn't exactly art or learning a skill, but you can see how much necessity does, how much necessity can prevail. Anything that you want, anything that you need, it does not have to be convenient. Do not wait for it to be convenient. In case maybe you are in a skill or a sector and you're waiting for the perfect time will never come. If you start making little chances for the things you want to do, soon it will be easier for you to make big chances, for you to take days off to do the things that you want to do. With being a polymath, sometimes people think that everything that I learned is self-taught. No, not really. Some of the things that I learned are self-taught. Even the things that I learned are self-taught are based off information already available to me. I was self-taught, but I learned from ebooks. I bought books, I downloaded books, I watched lots of videos. But other things I learned professionally, like my tailoring and fashion. I learned for over 2 years of basic fashion or a little over basic fashion. For my design, I learned professionally for my interface design. I learned professionally, did courses, got a few certifications. But the real magic is in doing things yourself. Whether you're self-taught or not, you have to apply yourself and put in yourself. I think that answers the question of where do you find all the time to do all these things? There is no time. Skill, learning, creativity will never be a thing of convenience. People are in difficult situations and people are making art. People are poor and people are doing the most of their time. And it doesn't really have to be not passing time. It has to be something you want to do, and then you start doing it, whether or not it's allowed, whether or not it's convenient, whether or not it pays. Self-expression frees you. It is self-expression that will enable you to do many things at once, because there's so many people, there's so many opinions, and people saying no, just focus on one thing, you should do one thing. It's better. Even successful people, some people will tell you it's so much better to do one thing because it gives you the opportunity to concentrate and become very successful in that thing. But you should be wise enough to realize that that's not you. You know what you're interested in, you know the things you like. That is not you. The simple fact that you feel that way means you can do it, because your drive is what will take you there, is what will make you successful. Your persistence is what will make you succeed. You feel that way, so that's your drive. Everybody isn't built the same. The simple fact that you feel like doing a lot of things means you can do a lot of things. No explanation needed. Start doing a whole lot of things, even though it is not convenient. You do things tired, you do things sad, you do things angry. Even in the height of my schoolwork, in the height of my examination, if there was something I wanted to do, I would do it. If there was a book I wanted to read, I would read it. If there was a story or a poem that I needed to write, I would write it. If there was an art or a painting I wanted to make, I would make it. It doesn't have to be convenient, and those things build up, because usually other people cannot find time to do those things in the midst of that stress. That is what makes you special, because you're like, oh, I can't afford to do this. I have exams. Or I can't afford to do this. I'm tired. My job is stressful. But you take the burden of staying up all night. You take the stress. You take the burn. You put your back, your sweat, your tears, and blood into it. And that's what makes you amazing. That is how you become multidisciplinary. It's not a magic wand. You want to do something, get it done. It will never be convenient. It will never be easy. It will never be cheap. It will, whatever your excuse is or whatever you're waiting for, it will not happen. It will only come with time that it becomes easier for you to do it. The more you do it, the easier it gets. Before, I couldn't spend much time doing my art, but I went from spending a few minutes a day on my art or watching videos or doing sketches to spending the entire day doing my art. It becomes easier for you to make time for yourself the more you practice. Start doing the little you have, the little you can do. If you start drawing stick figures on the ground for a minute every day, one day you will surprise yourself and you'll make time to draw on walls. That's how it is. That is how it works. Now I can spend days, dedicate days to my art, even if it's not convenient, because I'm already used to doing it. I'm already used to doing my art, regardless of what it takes. So then I'm ready to put in what it actually takes. I hope this video was helpful and encouraged you to try your hand in the things that you've always been interested in, regardless of convenience. If this video helped you in any way, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Goodbye. Wait. This is my first YouTube video, and this video is dedicated to my mom for always being so accommodating and supportive. I love you. Yes, the video is dedicated to my mom for always being so supportive and accommodating.